This talk is titled Working with Existential Anxiety as a Pastoral Counselor. Existential anxiety entails trepidation related to the meaning of life and death and is part of the human condition. It derives, according to Paul Tillich, from our awareness that being has non-being within self, our awareness that life inherently entails death. Existential anxiety is non-pathological. Unlike fear, it has no object, nothing concrete towards which it is directed. Our being is threatened by our finitude and thus manifests an anxiety, especially of death, and also the anxiety of meaninglessness. The anxiety of death and the fear of death are not synonymous. Similarly, anxiety about an issue and generalized anxiety are not the same. Fear, unlike anxiety, has an object. Clients may present with a fear of death when wellness is threatened and illness or disease evident. In contrast, the anxiety of death is an awareness of our contingent nature, that we will someday die. We exist only in this one time and place, and our existence is contingent on the outcome of each causal factor and each moment. The world will keep turning without us. Therefore, our finitude and death is assured. As a result of this knowledge, many may experience an anxiety of meaninglessness and question the meaning of existence. Therefore, they grapple with an anxiety of meaninglessness. And thus one is driven from one devotion to one object to devotion to another and again on to another. Once the meaning of each of them vanishes, and sometimes even the creative eros is transformed into indifference. The anxiety of meaninglessness causes us to find meaning in various practices or devotion. And a devotion can be even a devotion to a television show, or objects or outlets like material possessions or consumption, whether it be gadgets or whether it be food. And therefore, these are ways by which we grapple or cope with the being of existence. Pastoral counselors are frequently called to care for and respond to the anxieties of existence because humans are caught between creative and destructive forces throughout their existence, between conflicting aspirations or between aspirations and a sense of inadequacy. Such experiences of anxiety, of tension between creative and destructive forces, places us sometimes at the edge of our experiences. Because the edge of an experience is a place of both threat and growth, and therefore invites us to respond with either creativity or rejection. The task of pastoral counselors is to help clients respond with courage and creativity. According to Kleinbell, whatever one uses to cope with existential anxiety is, psychologically speaking, at that moment in time, one's religion. Pastoral counselors risk supporting idolatry or the definition or deification of meaninglessness objects or concerns if clients' existential anxiety is not properly recognized and addressed. Therefore, the first step in doing so is to discern whether the presenting anxiety is a fear of death in the bodily form, in the form of self or spirit, or is more accurately a fear of living. Fear of bodily death in the face of an objective threat to existence, in the face of illness or disease, necessitates working with the client's spiritual or ultimate beliefs. Anxiety regarding the death of self or spirit requires helping clients to draw on the resources of their spiritual tradition or to make meaning of life through work, love, or courage. At times, this may require a restructuring of the self and may mean moving on to another developmental stage, rearranging one's value system, or exercising one's freedom to more fully be oneself. In addition, it requires willingness to engage life intensely and fully. Therefore, belief in a viable philosophy of life and creative values, whether grounded in a theistic or other cultural worldview, helps to imbue one with the trust required to cope with life's vicissitudes in a meaning-centered and growth-producing manner.